Yo, 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 your boy Sam with the Listen
Bodie.
Up podcast. I'm joined here by my guy Grady. I want to put out a little bit more content this year, so I'm doing something a little different. We ain't gonna do all FSU, so this will be the first football show. So I had to get somebody that know football better than me, right?
You sure about
Yeah. You know the shit way better than me.
that?
You know what I'm saying? So I got my homeboy Grady here. What's up, G? Say what's up to
Thanks
the
for the
people.
invite, bro. Thanks for the invite, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, turn your mic up a little bit. Turn your mic up a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I got you right here. Is that good?
Look,
How about
just
that?
hold on. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna turn you up anyway. I
I
got you.
appreciate it.
But nah, man, Grady,
Yeah,
college football, man, started this week, man.
yeah.
We ain't
Well,
gonna talk about.
actually,
We ain't gonna talk about. We ain't gonna talk about Florida State. We're gonna wait till the Boston College game. We ain't
yeah.
gonna talk about Florida
Whew.
State. We ain't gonna talk
Well,
about Florida
yeah.
State. Hopefully they could. We talked about them last week. I had like 5,000 people listen to that show.
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't part of that one, boy. Yeah, I was still in hiding under that one.
Them boys had
witness
me.
witness protection.
I work at I work close to that South Georgia area, man. And them Georgia boys, man, let me have it, man. I like, yeah, I ain't got no problem with none of y'all Georgia boys, man. Y'all, we good.
Hey, you know what the thing about them Georgia boys? Them Georgia boys, they got all the right in the world to talk.
Yeah, man.
you can't argue. You can't argue with them Georgia boys, man.
Oh
I went
man.
back-to-back national championships. I mean, then they went to the playoffs last year, but we know how that went. I mean,
Yeah.
they lost at the end. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Lost
yeah.
to an Alabama team at the end, and so that could have went either way. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Them Georgia
Yeah.
boys, they I don't even argue with them.
Nah. Y'all got all the good things. Y'all got it. Ain't nobody finna argue with y'all, bro.
They can have it, man. I
I like, let me
understand.
just eat my lunch in peace, bro.
Okay.
But
I'm surprised you ain't eat it in the car.
man, I took one day off.
It'll do that to you, man. I got off of social media, boy. Let me tell you, let me shut this thing down for a second.
But man, what was your initial thoughts? We had week one. We had Georgia versus Clemson. We had
hmm
we had Miami versus UF.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
Um, damn, what
Let's
else we
get
had
back.
that was worth?
Uh,
Colorado
we,
came out against North Dakota
Colorado
State.
came out. Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that game to start out the season. What's better than Colorado? The first Friday night.
Yeah,
You got
Thursday night.
you got
Thursday night, wasn't it?
Thursday night. I'm sorry, you got Colorado. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then Friday and leads into Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And then Sunday night we got LSU tonight, and then Monday we got Florida State and Boston College. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Got LSU, USC. That's good stuff, man. That's the way to start the weekend off, man. It was very exciting. I was excited. They had noon games. We had a noon game yesterday. That was good. Then we came back. We had another good game at 3:30. You know what I'm saying? Then we
Uh-huh.
had a 7:30 game. That's how you start off college football right there, man.
You the
That's how you
one
start it.
the one good thing about this 12-team playoffs is I think we're gonna keep getting these type of matchups early in the season.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? These
Yeah.
big matchups where you can kind of get a better idea because college football is turning more and more to NFL. Like
Yeah.
it's slowly like we got the mics now. They got the 2-minute warning, bro. We got 10 commercials before we can get through the first 5 minutes of a game.
Yes.
It's
Yes. Yes.
ridiculous, bro.
It is. It is, man.
bro,
Dude.
bro, you kick the football off. We just did you just did a 2-hour pregame show. You
Pre-game show.
you kick the football off. Now we at a commercial.
And you're like, damn, man, when they gonna start the game, man? Everybody warmed up. The guys done got warmed up, man. They kicked the ball off, and then you see this.
Good year.
Time out.
Here come Goodyear. Here come McDonald's. Here come
Yeah,
Coca-Cola.
yeah.
I'm like, bro, we got to do something about that, man. But it's turning more to the NFL, man. So let's start with the Colorado game.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
Same old Colorado.
You think so?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's 58 yards, 58 yards, 85 yards rushing, still under 100 yards rushing. They threw the ball well, man. That should do it, man. Ooh, man. That
Man.
one where he rolled out and just stopped. I thought that was his most impressive throw of the night, man. And the way he processes, this
Uh-huh.
young man can process what's going on, man. And he's a competitor. He's a
Right.
true competitor, man. And Joe Horn Jr., whoo, expected big things out of him this year. He delivered. And Travis Hunter, you don't even have to speak on Travis Hunter. He just does what he does, man. He's just a freak of nature, and I love that. He's a unicorn. He's definitely a unicorn, man.
The one thing I will say about him, I wish Dion would at least get his snap count down just a little bit. I mean, it ain't. I get he gonna play both ways. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just get him down to about 85 snaps?
Well, you got to realize, Sam, that was the first game of the season. That was a lot of pressure on them. They had to win that
Yeah,
game. He
yeah,
had to bring
yeah,
all the dogs to win that one.
yeah,
The snap count, they never even probably talked about a snap count as far as, Travis Hunter in that game there, because they had to come out and win that game. There
yeah,
was so
yeah.
much pressure on them to win that game.
I tell you
But
what,
I think he'll lower the snap count during the season. He's got to. He won't make it.
yeah, he's not gonna make it. I
He
mean,
won't make it.
I tell you one thing though, dude. I don't know if he's a cornerback or a wide receiver, but he got some of the best ball skills I've ever seen at wide receiver, bro. Those ball skills are crazy.
Always, and the hands.
Yeah,
Hands, man, they just stick like glue whenever it comes to it. That hand-eye coordination that he has, man, that is something special, man. I don't even know if you can teach that, man. That's just a God-given talent there, man.
it's crazy, dude. That one he caught, that fade right he caught behind that
In the
dude
end
back.
zone,
Yeah,
come
I
on,
said,
man.
man, that's preternatural.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't throw a flag. That made it that much sweeter.
Yeah,
You
it
know what I'm
did.
saying? I was like, don't throw no flag. Don't
Well,
not throw
well,
a flag. It
well,
takes away from the great play.
But see, people got mad at Travis because they were trying to say he was pushing off. But I was telling somebody it was a man's game. The referee wasn't calling nothing.
They were hand fighting. They was hand fighting all game.
The referee was
hand
allowing
fighting.
it. The ref
Yeah.
was allowing it. So as a wide receiver, you got to adjust and say, okay, it's a man's game. I got to adjust. And I thought last year he couldn't have done that because he wasn't strong enough.
He
This
wasn't
year,
ready for that.
he's
Yeah,
strong this year. So he
Yeah.
can do that now. So
yeah. He caught his football ready right now.
yeah, he caught it football. Yeah, he NFL ready now. You can
Yeah,
see
oh,
it.
yeah,
he
yeah.
ready. So
I want
I
to see
think
his maturation throughout the season, though, man. You know
the
what I'm saying?
bus, the Nebraska game is the game. Now,
There you go.
people kept saying they thought their defense wasn't good against North Dakota State. I think that's expected because it's the first game and you getting a new system from North Dakota State because they got a new coaching staff. So when you get a team with a new system, I thought the way that defensive coordinator adjusted in the second half, I thought Colorado was better in the second half. I did. I thought they was more sound. They looked better than me in the second half. So I'm curious to see what they do against Nebraska because you know what Nebraska's going to run, and they got a younger quarterback. So, like I told somebody, if Colorado can go 5-1 in this first little stretch right here, pencil them in for 9 or 10 wins. Now, if they don't, then it's going to be 7-6, 7-6, or 6-5, whatever. But if they're going to be in the Big 12, you're going to be in shootouts. I take Shador and Travis in a shootout.
Yeah, but
Most
Sam,
times than
at
not.
some point in time, man, you got to make a stop. You know,
You
because
don't
you're
think they
gonna
got
run.
stats in the second half, though?
I thought that the coach from Colorado State was it?
North Dakota State.
No, I'm sorry, North Dakota State. I thought by him switching out the quarterbacks, I thought that benefited the defense more than it benefited his offense because at one time his quarterback was cooking.
Yeah,
He was cooking, man, and then he pulled him out. I was like, "What is he doing? The quarterback is cooking out here." And they were moving the ball, man. They were moving the ball, that slant route, that crossing route that's been giving Colorado problems for 2 years now.
Right.
That popped up, and they was running that crossing route, and it was wide open all the time, man.
Yeah,
It was wide open all the time, man. Yeah.
That's true.
So
I'm rooting for it.
And then the pass rush.
Well, I thought the pass rush. I thought the pass rush was okay. I didn't think it was that bad. Like I think Colorado looks better, but I don't know what better means against the schedule you play this year. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be better. Like people always be like, "Oh, my team is better." Oh yeah, you can be better, but that other team got better too. You know what I'm saying?
They did. Yeah, they did.
We got to see them against Nebraska. So other than Colorado,
that was a good tune-up game.
It was a good tune-up game.
Yeah,
I say that.
It was very exciting, very entertaining.
And Shador
even towards the end, man, they threw a Hail Mary towards the end. They got down to like 4-5 yard line, man. You know what I'm saying? When that game should have been over, you can't make them mistakes, bro.
That's the one thing about it, man. They got to clean.
That's
why I say the NFL, the college football game, becoming like the NFL game because now it's like, bro, the headsets. Giving the defense the headsets now, with the defense being able to make these adjustments on the fly, these teams are slowing the pace down. So by them slowing the pace down, every possession is starting to matter a little bit more.
Yeah.
So giving a team an extra chance on the third down because you get a roughing or you get a holding, that junk kills you, man. Because now you're taking away possessions from yourself. And these games, the possessions are starting to get limited.
Yeah,
Talking about
because
10
every possession really counts.
yeah. So
Every possession
I
counts in
do
this
like
game.
that about college football. We got a little bit
Yep.
more defense now in college football than we had the last couple of years. I mean, I don't. I think Lane's gonna be a bit ahead of everybody because
He
Lane
always
is not
is.
gonna be pressured to try to joystick his quarterback like all these other teams are
Mm-mm.
trying to do. So
No, he just let him go.
yeah, he gonna let it fly.
But he's always been like that.
Right,
Yeah,
and
that's
he
his
gets it.
MO.
Yeah, and he gets it. So
You know,
Georgia Clemson, man.
oh,
Georgia Clemson.
I couldn't wait to watch that game, man. I could not wait to watch that game. I mean, Georgia is Georgia, man. He has a dynamic program, and to be able to come back and coach where you played
Mhm.
and go off and get the experience that he did and bring it back home, man. Kirby Smart is like a mad scientist over there in Georgia, man. He's like a mad scientist. He is putting quarterbacks in place, wide receivers, defensive line, and the defensive backs are so skilled. It's like they never lose anything on the defense because the first, the second, hell, maybe the third team is ready to go, man. Is
Yeah.
ready to go. And the system that he has in place,
The
man.
leverage, man. That defensive backfield play was such good leverage, bro. They had one play where Clemson was like 30, it was like 38 or 39. Clemson throws this ball like an out route. But they said
Yeah.
they get the wide receiver to motion.
Yeah.
Throw an out route, and you think, okay, that's an easy. He gonna catch the ball 3 yards
In the
short of the
flats.
sticks, and
Yep.
he'll get up there and get the first down. And you just see two Georgia defenders, boom, hit him up 1 yard before he get there.
Just closed
Yeah.
in, man. Closed. I was like, damn.
It's NFL stuff, man. They play with such good leverage, bro. They never out of leverage, bro. They never out of phase.
The interception, I mean, it shouldn't even been thrown, to be honest with you. But the great play, you know how many defensive backs drop passes like that? That was like a wide receiver catch, man. I
But
mean,
you know, they
come on,
remind me
man.
of Michigan last year because
That secondary was tight in Michigan last year.
they don't allow you to make big plays. So
'Cause they
every play
dictate.
is so tight that eventually the quarterback succumbs to the pressure and he just throws one away. He just be like,
Yep.
I'm
He
gonna
makes
just
a
try to
mistake.
make a play.
Yeah,
And now
he
that's
makes a mistake.
And now
Yeah,
it's an interception.
but that's what Georgia's defense is based on. They attacking and they're waiting on you to make a mistake. They're just waiting on you to make a mistake, man. And it happens every game. You're gonna make a mistake. You got that pressure coming from up front. The linebackers are always where they're supposed to be. And that secondary is probably one of the most talented secondaries in the country right now. It was talented last year also.
Yeah.
It's like they just keep bringing players in, man. And it's impressive to watch. That was one of the best games, man.
So you got him. I think Alabama gonna have something to say though. I
like Alabama.
I like DeBoer. One thing I like about DeBoer, I'm gonna say this about DeBoer. Whatever his team is good at, whatever he decides in camp, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do that shit every game, the whole game, until the game is over.
Listen, what they say is to say it's not that hard. Find something that you good at
and
make them stop it. And make them stop it, man.
Yeah, man.
He's not trying to make that quarterback do anything that he's not comfortable with.
We're not gonna ask you to read 3 levels of defense.
We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna ask you to turn your back and do play action. We ain't doing that. I want you to keep your eyes on the field and Sam and master it and just master it. Yeah, that's what I like, man. That's football, man. He ain't complicating. He's playing to the strength of his player.
Yeah,
and that's one of the most important positions on the field. He's got to be comfortable back there, and he looked real comfortable yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't take him out until like the end of the third quarter, and they was up like 56-0 or whatever. But I could just say
I wanted
that
him to take him out, though.
You could tell he's trying to get him like understand the system. We're gonna keep running these plays over and over. I want you to understand what we're trying to do because this is what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this. This is hit the holes. You know what I'm saying? Like read the defensive end, understand where the safety's at. I was setting these fly routes up for you. So I found something else I found cool. You know, Saban sitting out there in the up there at the top up there watching
peanut gallery.
This man having the time of his life up there smiling, laughing, chuckling it up. I thought that was hilarious just watching Saban.
Man, listen, man, to see Nick relaxed is one of the best things in college football, man. I think that show probably put another 10, 20 years on his life, man. being up there and not having to worry about the headaches of coaching and players and
Yeah,
NIL. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? We actually see his personality, and just the same thing as Belichick. Not to get off subject,
No,
but
we
the
good.
same thing. Them guys in studio, man, you like, damn, he
Nah,
got a
but
personality,
bro,
man.
Belichick is great on TV,
Yeah,
dog. Belichick is great
man.
on TV. They need a show together. They really need a show together.
Yeah. They sure do, man.
They
That'd
need
be
a
a
show
good show,
together,
bro.
bro. They really
That'd
do.
be a
They need
good
like
show.
they need a 2 hour, they need an hour podcast, and they need
Yes.
another show with them just breaking down tape for everybody.
And
That's what they really
man,
need.
and to watch them, man, I was like, okay, man, they got personalities, and they probably prolong, their life, man, by getting away from that dang on football. that NIL in this young generation was killing them, bro.
Yeah,
It
man,
was
get them out
killing
of there.
them.
Get them out
Get
of
them out
there.
of there.
So
Yeah,
you
but I
got
like the new wave of coaches that started yesterday that got their first wins. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, like who?
Yeah. My man up in Michigan, as a
Oh,
full-time head coach. I mean, he
Sharon
got it.
Moore. Yeah.
Sharon Moore got it. He got his first win yesterday, man. My man in Alabama got his first win yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
So we talked about Georgia, talked about Alabama. Let's go ahead and get to the Miami and Florida. I think we're gonna spend most of the time talking about this right here, Miami and
Go
Florida.
ahead, brother.
We can. I told people before the season, once I found out Miami was getting both of their coordinators back, because there was a chance the defensive guy was gonna leave to go to LSU. So he came back. Then they got Cam Ward in the offseason. And I told everybody, I said, Miami's gonna put a number on Florida. And they was like, man, this is where I think fans really don't understand football a lot. They be like, well, Cristobal dumb. Cristobal can't do this. Cristobal can't do that. I'm like, that's all well and good what he can't do. I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But what he can do is build a line of scrimmage. And that man has recruited his ass off on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's his forte.
That's his forte. So my thing is this: if you do that, shit. See, because Kirby Smart wasn't the smartest motherfucking coach either when he first got started.
No, he sure wasn't. He'll tell you that. He'll tell you that. Somebody took a chance on him. He'll tell you that. I saw it special.
Yeah.
Shit, I saw it special.
But when you can put hats on hats against anybody in the country and say, I can block these motherfuckers, you ain't gotta be a smart coach. You can do a lot of stuff, man.
You can do a lot of stuff, man.
Miami.
And if you got the athletes to do it,
yeah.
See, Miami always had athletes, but they didn't have the right athletes to fit their program.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got the right athletes and the right mindset. See, the man came in, he had to build all that was new. Coming back to your alma mater,
yeah.
Everybody wants you to be the U. Everybody wants the U to be back. You know what I'm saying? But times have changed, and he knows that. You can still be the University of Miami and go out there and be aggressive and brash and all that. But at the same time, you have to converge on what's going on right now in the college football world. And he's done that, man. He found out what fits his program. And man, I looked at Miami yesterday. I said, boy, we in trouble. And I never said that. I don't never say that. I said, boy, we in trouble, boy. I mean, they got quarterback. I mean, Cam Ward was impressive. He had one interception yesterday where he forced it. He threw it. He did the Brett Favre, threw it back across his body.
Yeah.
But he came back from that, and he was flawless yesterday. Man.
I mean, he's gonna turn the ball over because he got a funky delivery, right? That delivery is funky. That people think and I had somebody tell me, oh, but Patrick Mahomes does. I say Patrick Mahomes changes arm angles. He changes them, right? So
he does.
But if you watch Pat and just watch him, just stop watching the highlights. Watch him in the game. Pat is fundamentally sound when he throw the football. It's over his head. And if you ever, I was telling somebody this about Shador.
Mm-hmm.
Shador is 6'2", but if you watch Shador throw the football, the balls comes up high. So it's like he's throwing like he's 6'4", 6'5", right?
Yeah.
But Cam is like 5'11", and he throwing his sidearm. So what is he really throwing the ball like? He's what, 5'8", 5'9"?
Yep, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
is
that shit gonna fly against Georgia? No, it won't fly against Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like
that shit won't fly.
Right. They'll have to really be able to run the ball, really like to beat like a Georgia or Ohio State, they'll have to really run the ball. And they can do that. I'm not saying they can't. They can do that. But I'm just saying that
they got a nest of backs in Miami. They have a nest of backs.
They do, man. They do,
really
man.
do.
And that running game is like, it's not nothing special. They're not trying to trick you with their running game.
They're coming right at you.
Yeah, man. It's man ball. Like
what you said, hat on hat.
Yeah, it's hat on hat.
It's hat on hat, man. But that's how the run game has to be. it has to be hat on hat, man. And when you hire a guy that was an offensive lineman,
Yeah.
and then he surrounds himself, because that's what he did. He surrounded himself from his previous coaching experience. He knew it. He knew every mistake that he made since FIU.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he surrounded himself eventually around better guys. You know what I'm saying? Guys
Yeah.
that were smarter than him and that practiced their craft and knew a little bit more than him. And he took a specialty. Remember how Saban used to deal with the DBs a lot?
Right.
And he had other guys. He brought in all these guys to be offensive coordinators
Mm-hmm.
for him, and he just handled the defense. Same thing Kirby Smart does, or whatever. This looks like he's taking on that same format, and he's been the general manager of the team. You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
and that's a recipe for success, especially in college football, man.
Mm.
And everybody's bought into the program.
Yeah, man. And he bringing all them old guys back. I mean, it's.
God, don't say it.
I'm holding my thoughts on Florida State because I want to see the Boston College game because I'm saying we got to make an adjustment.
I don't even want to talk about them right now.
Yeah. We're gonna see what they're gonna do.
But I don't even want to talk about. I need to see Boston College. I need to see Florida State in the aftermath of Georgia Tech. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that game we watched over in Ireland, I saw no fire. I saw no fire, man. I mean, I didn't see nobody yelling at each other. You know what I'm saying? Besides the guys on the sideline doing this to the crowd, but everything on the field, you didn't see any excitement on the field. I really did. No bone-crushing, jarring hits. Did we even have a sack in that game? You know what I mean?
I don't think they had a tackle for loss in that game.
Yeah. I mean, that game there, I was like, damn, okay, we're going to take this as a wash. But usually last year, Florida State, even if they didn't play well, they would win a game like that.
Right.
And that defines the season. Everybody ain't going to play well. I mean, look at Michigan yesterday.
Right.
You know, Michigan didn't get it going until probably about the third, fourth quarter before they actually took over the game. You're like, okay, they got this. But you knew they controlled the game. You knew that Michigan was going to win that game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That Florida State Georgia Tech game, you didn't know who was going to win that game.
Yeah.
You had no idea.
And it felt like Georgia Tech was taking a fight to them.
It had its ebbs and flows. It sure did, man.
Yeah.
It sure did.
So on the other side of the Florida Miami game, it's hard for me to judge Florida because I feel like Florida got talent. I feel like they got talent.
That's what I said.
I feel like but I'm gonna tell you the mistake I think their coach has made though. He wanted to get them bigger up front, and they are bigger, but they're not athletic up front.
Yeah.
So, like when I'm watching them, like I was watching them yesterday, and I said the same thing when they played with Florida State because I thought they handled Florida State in the trenches to me. When I watched them last year, when Florida State played them last year, I felt like they handled Florida State in the trenches. But when you talk about big guys that can run, because that's really different between Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan. They have these big dudes that can run. And for people that, I know you don't care, people don't care about Iowa football, but if you ever watch Iowa on defense and the offensive line, them boys get up on your ass. Like they fast. They big, but they fast.
They get to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get to the next level too. Why you playing?
Yeah, while you playing.
They get to the next level too, bro.
And I think with Florida, they got bigger, but they're not athletic. They're not athletic up in the trenches. And I think that's why if you watch Cam Ward, how he was able to just kind of maneuver his way out of the pocket and back in the pocket and around the corners of them.
He was moving right.
Yeah. Like
he was moving left.
Yeah, you can't do that against.
He was breaking contain. I was like, damn, Florida losing contain. Where are the runners and hitters that Florida usually has? You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, damn, this is too easy. And he controlled that pocket so well yesterday to where he was navigating his receivers on where they needed to be, running across. When the one he threw in the back of the end zone, and when old boy hit him with this right here, I was like, oh my God.
Billy ain't gonna make it, man.
Yeah, man.
Billy ain't gonna make it. Billy ain't gonna make it.
They've been calling for Billy Head for 2 years now, man. They've been calling for Billy Head for 2 years, man.
But you know the problem they got though? They don't have a president.
Yeah.
You can't let the athletic director hire another coach because he'll be on his third coach. You can't do that.
Third coach in how many years?
I think 5 years. I think 6 years.
5 years. Coach. It's got to be about 6 years. Yeah, they have 3 coaches, man.
You can't do that, man. You can't have an athletic director because I mean we went this whole thing with Willie. I was like, okay, we firing Willie, but we got to start finding people that's hiring these coaches. We got to start firing those people. Like, who's making the decisions? The
Yeah,
decision
well,
making is fucked up at UF, man.
yeah, we are, and it shows, and it
Yeah,
shows. I
and you
got
can.
some of my former partners that played at Florida, man. I mean, they having meltdowns today, man. They
Dude,
having
they love
meltdowns.
Billy. It's because they love Billy. Billy's a nice guy.
He's a nice
Everybody talks
guy.
about it. Billy's a nice guy.
Yeah,
Billy's a good guy.
but
But
Billy's not getting these guys in position to play football right now, man. And then let me ask you this: okay, at what point does it come to the players, man? At
yeah,
what point do we say, shit? I mean, we're saying he has some athletes up there, he got talent up there. What is keeping Florida right now from going to the next level? What
but
is it Billy?
you know what it is though, Grady, and this is what I decided. What makes a good football coach, right? I don't think you have to be one way, right? I think a football coach has to be able to handle little things. I think
Hmm.
that football coach, he have to see the big picture, but he have to let everybody else deal with the big picture, and he gotta focus on those small ass things.
It's the little things.
Right. And
It's
I
the
think
little
with
things.
Florida, you see shit like yesterday got like some procedure penalties on third down on defense.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
You
they
know what I'm
did.
saying? They
At the wrong time.
at the wrong
At the
time.
wrong time.
They had to call a timeout at the kickoff
Sure
because
did.
they
Sure did.
you know what I'm saying? These little like a lot of times you'll say, well, damn, that's not really that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. But that's one of those things that good football teams and good coach football teams, they just don't do that shit.
Yeah. And then down on the goal line, man, Miami was running crosses. Miami was running crosses down on the 6 yard line, and people was running wide open. You
And then
had wide
he hired a defensive coordinator from last year. Then he brought
Yep.
another coordinator in that's basically doing that guy's job. Right. So now you got two
Got rid of
guys.
Corey Raymond and a couple of more
Yeah,
coaches or
and these guys
whatever.
didn't work out. And it's
Yeah.
like, so yeah, but you're hiring all these people. And that's why you have to be fired because you hired them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You brought him in,
You
man.
brought them in.
You
And
brought
at the
him
end of the
in.
day, I can like you as a head coach. But if you bring in trash, the only way to I can't take some of the trash out. I got to take all of it out.
I got to take it all out. You got to gut it. You got to gut
Gotta
it.
gut
But
it.
I don't think he has time to gut it. So
Well,
he's trying to patch it.
yeah, that's the
He's
problem.
trying to patch it
Yeah.
up. That's the problem, man. If you got a tire that needs patching, you got to patch it. You can't plug it.
Right.
You can't take it and put a plug in it. You got to take it off the rim.
Right.
You got to clean it out, and you got to patch it from the inside. Because if you plug it from the outside, there's a good chance that it might leak again. That's I mean, and we watching leaking.
That's what the big jobs do to you, though, man. That's what the big jobs do to you. Because as soon as you get in those big jobs, as soon as them losses start coming, if you're not prepared for them losses, if you ain't got that team ready to play, and it's surprising you, it's like you swimming. It's like you just taking on water.
And then we in Gainesville. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
in Gainesville. Oh man, I knew that was going to happen.
But you know the trap is always before the Georgia game. See, because that's when all the boosters get together. Right before the Georgia game, all the boosters get together. So Billy in trouble. I actually think if he can get to next year, I think he's gonna have a good team next year.
Yeah. If he gets to next year.
But I don't think he's gonna get there.
Yeah, if he get Sam, okay, if we look at Florida's schedule, it's probably one of the toughest schedules in the country.
That's what I'm saying. It's a tough schedule.
Yeah, it's a tough schedule. So I mean, we take a look at their schedule, and man, it's like, woo. Where does he get a breather? You know what I'm saying?
If I was him, if I was the administration, I would let him finish the season. If he can get me to 7 wins, I would give him another year because you don't have a president and you can't let the athletic director hire another president. I mean, hire another coach.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? See, my thing is this. If you're going to go that route where you're going to fire the coach, get everything together, do it all at one time. Get your new president, get your new AD, get your new coach. Don't give the AD the new coach. You know what I'm saying? Don't get a new old AD, a new coach that he ain't even hired or whatever. So I think that's going to be the big deal with Billy. I don't know, man, but it's them losses though, man. That Georgia game is always the game that get the coach up out of there, man. Because you know Kirby, he coming there to put a number on your ass, man.
That Georgia game. But listen to this, man. Listen to this. If you take a look, I'm pulling up their schedule right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Miami game, okay, that first game of the season. Okay,
Right.
so we'll give you the Miami game. Not a good showing.
Mhm.
And Miami missed a field goal and left points on the field
Right.
during that game. They really did. Man, that thing could have went to 50. You know
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
could have went to
saying?
50 easy.
It could have went to 50. It could have went to 50. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the schedule for Florida that's coming up. Let's do that. Let's see that. Was it
I know he
Florida
got
football?
I know he got A&M. He got A&M, he got Texas, he got Georgia, he got Florida State. He got to get to
And
the Florida. He got to get to the Florida State game.
okay, you got to breathe. You got Sanford. You got
Right.
Sanford coming up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Mississippi State. Woo, Tennessee. Woo, Kentucky. Woo, Texas A&M. UCF. Oh boy, Sanford. Yeah, Sanford is the break, bro.
Yeah.
In early November, you dealing with them dogs up in Jacksonville.
And
LSU.
that's when the boosters get together in that Jacksonville game. They get together and start talking. See, that's
Yeah, the cocktail party.
See,
They'll be at that cocktail party.
I always tell people the game that the boosters get together, that's the game you better have your
That's
shit together.
Yeah,
Because they
listen,
get together.
listen. You cannot go into, whoo, brother. You cannot go into. My God, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that's the schedule, bro. That's the
You got
schedule.
A&M, and we saw A&M defense this week. And the defense was pretty good this week.
New coach,
It's a new coach. So they
new
gonna
coach.
get better.
I'm
They
gonna
gonna
give them that.
they gonna get better. A&M gonna get better.
They got them in 2 weeks, September the 14th.
That's
They
another
Texas
game.
A&M.
So he got and this is the thing. It's the same thing happened to Willie. When every game become a must-win game,
Yeah.
all these games start becoming must-win games.
Well, they got Sanford September the 7th. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
got Sanford September the 7th. But after that, this thing get crucial, bro. It gets
Yeah.
crucial. You go from Texas A&M to Mississippi State to UCF to Tennessee to Kentucky to LSU to Ole Miss and then Florida State.
You got to win. You got to beat Mississippi State, beat Kentucky, beat A&M.
Yep.
They might live with you losing to Tennessee, but it better be close. It better not be an embarrassment, right? You better not see Tennessee flying up and down the field for 45 points.
Yeah, and boy, the way that quarterback played yesterday at Tennessee, boy.
That's what I'm saying.
Tennessee had a quarterback like that a long time,
Yeah,
boy.
that's what I'm saying, bro. It's a chance they do fly up and down the field for you for 45 points. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, that can happen, man. That can happen.
But I do think if he can get to the Florida State game, because I think they'll have a chance to beat Florida State.
Okay.
But he got to get there because I think by then DJ Ladd will be starting, right? By then DJ Ladd will have experience by then.
Mm-hmm.
Your young guys, that good recruiting class he just brought in, will be better. They'll be better by the end of the season. So they'll be playing better. The problem is
bar injuries.
But you got to get past. He got to get past Georgia. So I ain't saying he got to beat Georgia.
Okay.
I'm saying he can't get mollywhopped by Tennessee and then mollywhopped by Georgia. Like you can't, because Georgia's gonna put points on you, but you can't go in there. If you go, if let's say if
you still got to deal with Kentucky too,
right? You got to beat Kentucky A&M. You got to beat Kentucky A&M. You can lose to Tennessee and Georgia, but you can't get mollywhopped. It can't be what they saw against Miami.
It's got to be a game where we see progress.
Yeah,
we see progress. It can't be a Miami game. It can definitely not be a Miami game.
And then the Texas game, I think with Texas, the way Texas is, you'll play with Texas. Texas don't really. Mm-hmm. If you got equal talent to Texas gonna leave you in the game. They'll leave you in the game. Like
they'll do things to leave you in the game.
Yeah, they do things to leave you in the game.
We seen it last year. We seen it last year.
They do it all the time, bro. Yeah. Like they better than all these teams, but they just you'll look up. It is 28-17, and Texas in the fourth quarter.
Reminds me of Penn State. Penn State will start out 6-0. Everybody be yelling about Penn State. You know, they'll move up the rankings, maybe even get to 7-0. Then the next thing you know is Penn State ends the season with 4 losses, maybe 3 losses. You know? Crucial games that they should have won, they can't win. They can't win.
Yeah. So Florida got to get he got to get to the Florida State game. But I think if he gets to the Florida State game, he'll have a chance to save his job.
Yeah, because he's gonna need some wins. So what are you saying? To keep his job, how many wins?
I think he needs 7.
Got to go to a bowl game.
He got to go to a bowl game. He needs
Got to go to
7.
a bowl game.
He got to
He
go
needs
to the
7.
bowl game, and he need DJ Ladway playing good. He need DJ
Yeah.
Ladway looking like he can be the heir apparent, like he can
Yeah.
be the guy.
And we can bring you back next year,
Right?
to make sure that he's still progress.
He's still
the way
here
that he needs
because
to.
they're not
And
going to
your
lose.
recruiting class.
And-
And your recruiting class.
Right? Because he is recruiting good.
Yes, he is. He's a hell
He's
of a
just
recruiter,
not-
Sam.
In the SEC, you got to be recruiting at a different level to catch everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't recruit at a number 10, number 11 to catch everybody. You got to
It don't
recruit
work.
at 5, 3, 2 to catch
One.
people.
Yeah,
One.
it don't work.
Yeah.
And then whatever you're bringing in out of that portal has to be player ready.
Right.
They got to be player ready. Whatever you go in that portal and grab, they got to be player ready to come in and make an impact. And
Right.
I haven't seen them grab anybody out of that portal that's came in and ready to play. I
Nah.
mean, yeah.
But it's, and at the same time, like if you put Florida Gators, I know a lot of FSU fans going to get mad when I say this stuff, but if you put the Florida Gators, that rebuild in the ACC, it's not bad, right? They'd be
No.
probably winning 8 to 9 games. You'll
Yeah.
give him time.
Dude, they're playing in a grown man conference.
But they playing the grown man
They're playing
conference,
a grown man
and that's a
conference.
grown man schedule. And
Yeah,
if
it
you don't,
really
if
is.
you ain't got yourself ready to play, you can get blowed off the field.
Yeah, and listen, we were watching the game yesterday, and I was with some SEC people, some ACC people, and of course the ACC people, always get upset when they start talking about the conferences and all that.
Right.
And I'm like, man, the SEC week after week. Look at this. You got it's Alabama. You got to play. You got to play Kentucky. You got to play Tennessee, man. You got to play Georgia, man. You got to play
Texas.
LSU.
Texas,
You gotta
Oklahoma,
play Texas,
LSU.
Oklahoma. I
That
mean,
it's a gauntlet,
these are
man.
top-notch programs and a lot of these programs have won national titles. At some time or another, they won
Yeah.
a national title,
Yeah.
or maybe 2. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got LSU sitting here, national title. You got Georgia sitting here, national title. You got Alabama sitting here, national title.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got Oklahoma sitting here at some time won a national title
Yeah,
or been to the
Texas.
playoffs. You
All
got
these-
Texas here. I mean, come on, man. If you want to talk football and really talk about a tough conference, the SEC that's a legit conference, man. That thing is real. That's why people are joining it,
Yeah.
because you can lose at the end of the season. And if
It's
you're in the SEC, we've seen Alabama do it for years.
You'll get in.
You are getting in their playoffs, man.
Yeah.
I mean, come
Like-
on, man.
And then you got even with the Big Ten, and I think the Big Ten is the second best conference. I thought Pac-12 last year was the best conference last year.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
I
can
thought
go
that
with you on that.
just
Yeah.
last year. I ain't saying
Just
year
last
after
year.
year after year. I'm saying last year I thought it was the best conference. But then this year, you look at the Big Ten, man. You talking about Ohio State.
Mhm.
You got Oregon. So those
Mhm.
probably gonna be the 2 best. Ohio State, Oregon, right?
Yep, you
Now
can
you got
depend on that.
Michigan, Penn State. Penn State win 10 games every year. That's not
Yep.
easy. It's not easy
That
to
ain't
do that.
easy. It ain't easy. Dabo said it.
Yeah.
Dabo said, man, he said, man, we won 10 games, man, for the last 8 years, 10 years or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That ain't easy.
Yeah.
2 national titles, that's not easy. I mean, people think, oh, you could just win 10 games. No, you can't.
Nah.
Because you are trying to motivate young men to go out there and perform at a high level
Right.
every weekend.
Right.
And that's a hard task, especially in this day and age, with everything else that's surrounding them,
Mhm.
with the NIL and the social media and all that kind of stuff. Just trying to keep grasp of what's going on in your team, that can be challenging in itself, man.
Yeah.
That can be challenging in
And it's
itself.
hard to, man, you got these big organizations. It's hard to keep everybody in the organization pushing the same way. Like it's everybody pushing up the mountaintop.
Yep.
Then once you get a little, you get to breathe a little bit of fresh air out there. People start, oh man, I think I like it right here. You know what I'm saying?
You get
So,
comfortable.
I get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about Florida State later, but I think that kind of happened to Florida State. It's like, is everything running at peak conditions? Is all the wheels greased up so we can keep going up the mountain? And then you watch that game against Georgia Tech. Maybe that left tire might have a little bump in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, did you check Grady? Did you check the oil before we left the last stop? You know what I'm saying?
We had a conversation about this before the season started. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And me and you were on the phone talking, and you was like, I have doubts. He was like, I have doubts about how Florida State is going to come into this season. That was a very successful season last year. Can there be a letdown season? You said that.
Right.
We talked about that.
Right.
And we come out and lose the first game. And the first thing I said, I was like, damn, me and Sam had this conversation.
Because it's hard.
It's hard. It's real. It is hard. And then you look, and I was telling you this. I say, you do realize that team that we seen in the Orange Bowl against Georgia,
Right.
that's your team.
Yeah, that's your team.
That's your team. That's your team that you're returning for 2024. That's your team, minus the quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
You'll replace the quarterbacks, wide receivers. You replace the wide receivers from what was there. They bought in a transfer from Alabama.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen Akeem yet.
Mm-hmm.
We still haven't seen him yet. And we bought in more running backs.
Right.
We got a stable of backs. Which is fantastic. But if you look at that receiving unit, just take a look at that receiving unit, and it leaves questions because you like, I didn't see any separation against Georgia Tech.
Right.
I didn't see any separation against Georgia Tech. I thought the quarterback managed the game as well as he could from what he was dealing with.
Right.
You know, he didn't lose the game, and people say, "Oh, he didn't win it either." Well, I mean, they didn't win it. You know, I mean, DJ converted on 2 crucial 4th downs when he was asked to do it. Florida State went down, scored a touchdown, just like you do in any game. Okay, we can hand this over to the defense. Let defense come through for us, get the ball back. If not, we go into overtime.
Right.
That didn't happen. On last year team, that would have happened.
Right.
And you take a look at the edge rushers. We just talking.
Yeah.
You take a look at the edge rushers. We had no pressure coming from nowhere because we played against a coach that was an offensive lineman. And he was ready for that.
I'm telling you something, Grady. I gotta take. I ain't married to it yet, but I got it in the oven baking. But I gotta take for current offensive line coaches for your head coach. Because I mean they seem to make the best head coaches. I got Andy Reid.
You're gonna run the ball. You're gonna run that ball.
But the thing about it, they call plays that they know they can block.
Yes.
They call the game where they know they can block. I can block this. Not what a work if we block it. It's we can block this.
We can block it. They know.
Yeah.
They know. It's the same thing you said as far as with Milrose.
Right.
He's only gonna give him what he's comfortable with, that he knows he can do.
Right.
And that he can perfect.
Right.
That's what he's doing. That's why his season will probably be outstanding. Just think about the season he had last year. And I don't think he knew what the hell he was doing out there last year, but he was still balling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we were scared. I think me and you on the phone one time talking. I was like, I love him, but he scared me. You know what I'm saying? Because I want him to do so well because I know he's a talented player, but he scares me. Because I know he'll throw an interception. I know he'll fumble the ball. I mean, at times, he made some bad decisions or whatever.
Take a 20-yard sack.
Yeah, because we were talking about that. That's what we were talking about. He'll do that. But now he has a coach that, okay, I know what you can do. I'm comfortable with you running this, and that, and I want you to excel. And the conversation that they have between each other is meaningful. He threw a pass to a wide receiver, right?
Right.
I'm watching him the show in practice, and coach is talking to him. And he said, I know why you did that. You know, I know why you threw it to through the flag, because you thought he was going to do this. You should probably go have, no, he didn't say probably, he said you should go have a conversation with him and to see what he was thinking. He didn't say I would go have a conversation with him. He said you should go have a conversation with him and see what he was thinking so that you guys can get on the same page. I said, damn. I said, damn. I said, damn.
It's the little things, bro. It's the little
things, bro. It's the little things. Him and coach was on the same page, but him and the receiver wasn't on the same page. And to bring them on the same page, he said, just go down there and have a conversation with him so y'all get on the same page. He said, I saw what you was thinking, but we need to know what he was thinking.
Right.
I said, damn.
And that's what a head coach is supposed to do. That's the stuff I don't think happened in Gainesville. Right. I don't think them little conversations like that happen. You know what I'm saying?
And the tone is everything. Because sometimes a player, he'll tone you out from your tone because you're having a conversation and you're not yelling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to, like, know how we always say, you got to know the room.
Yeah.
You got to know the player.
Right.
And you get, like my granddaddy used to say, you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar.
Especially with these modern day kids, man. You
There
ain't
you
gonna
go, man. There you
right.
go.
But man, next time we come back on the show, man, we're gonna talk about the NFL.
Oh
I know the
yeah.
NFL started in 5 days.
Yeah. Next
Right?
week, baby.
Yeah,
Thursdays. Don't we have a Thursday night game? We
pretty
got a
sure we do.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
the
got a Thursday
NFL,
night game.
they like a big time drug dealer. Like they just taking all the corners now. They,
Yeah,
they,
yeah,
they all on the
yeah,
NBA corner.
yeah,
They in college
yeah,
football corners. Well, what time y'all
yeah.
championship game? College football. We'll be there. We're gonna be there. We're gonna have a
We'll
playoff
be
game
there.
that day.
Yeah. Them well, you know them the big boys. Big bank take little bank.
Yeah,
You know
man.
that. You know
NFL, like
that.
they don't even care no more, bro. They take a Monday game. They got Christmas games. The NBA had a Christmas day. Remember, NBA was all Christmas.
Yeah. Now the
NFL said, "No, we got
NFL.
to take that too. We want them
I,
corners."
I never understood. I'm like, damn, man, you want to give a brother a break on Christmas? I don't mind not seeing no football
Bro,
on Christmas,
them
man.
people Thursday night, Thanksgiving night, Thanksgiving day before Thanksgiving, day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Monday night football, Wednesday night football, Thursday night, and throw a Friday game on your behind when they switch channels. When they switch networks, they'll throw a Friday game on you.
They talk
We
about
got
double headers. Double headers. We got them coming
September the
in.
September the 5th.
NFL,
September the
man.
5th. We got Thursday night football, brother.
Yeah, so
Oh,
we'll drop a little preview part for NFL. And then we'll discuss NFL. So we got the football. This will be the football show. This week one of the football show. We're
yeah,
gonna
no
keep it
doubt.
going for 18 weeks.
No doubt.
Hey,
We
great. I
got Thursday
appreciate you,
night
man.
football, Sam, and Friday night. We got the Ravens and the Chiefs on Thursday, and on Friday you got the Packers and the Eagles, baby. The
They in,
NFL don't care.
they in Brazil, they in Canada, they in Europe.
They don't care, man. Good show, bro. Good show. Appreciate you.
All right, man.